Ugh. Imagine if you were the first one in the next morning. A thief accused of stealing a laptop, iPad, and charging cable from a community center in Tukwila, Washington, chose to provide police with a stinky clue. For reasons unknown, the suspect decided to leave behind a stool sample in a sink, rather than dispose of the evidence in the toilet. Tukwila police said in a Facebook post, dubbing the suspect the Phantom Pooper. Noting the poop could contain the thief's DNA, police said the burglar made a second error by merging the stolen iPad's Apple account with their personal account. Needless to say, we do not see a lengthy or prosperous criminal career in the field of hacking for this suspect, police said. Officers have invited the accused thief to surrender, after wiping and washing their hands, of course.
Usually, the secret is walking every day or not smoking, but not for this lady. The Metro reports that a 100-year-old woman has revealed that the secret to a long life is not speaking to strange men. Olive Westerman celebrated the landmark milestone with an afternoon tea at the Dewater Grange care home in the UK. Westerman had lived an action-packed life, spending time in Singapore and then traveling the world with writer and travel clerk husband Sam. She worked as a nursery nurse and added that being around children helped to keep her young at heart. "Avoid talking to strange men and you'll be just fine," she says, adding, "I think that the best advice I could give is simply to be happy and content to be alive and to make the most of what you have." Good words of advice. And bad news, I guess, for the strange men of the world.
This might be a rare case of the guy needing a face tattoo or something. Oddity Central reports that a Colombian man had the misfortune of being thrown in jail 3 times in the last 13 years because he has the same name as a wanted drug cartel leader. 46-year-old Rene Martinez Gutierrez is a peaceful family man with no criminal record to his name. The problem is, he shares the same name with a Peruvian drug dealer with several national and international arrest warrants. And for this reason, the guy keeps getting arrested. The last time occurred recently, when the man returned to his native country of Colombia to see his sick father. He was arrested as soon as his plane touched ground in Bogota, and at last word, he was still behind bars. Every time Mr. Gutierrez has needed help from the authorities, he's ended up in jail because of the confusion over his name. It first happened when he tried to open his own business. Then, when he went to police after his business was robbed, it happened again. After that incident, Gutierrez decided that the best way to avoid ending up in jail in the future was to emigrate to the United States. So he and his family moved there in 2012. But of course, when he went home to see his father, you know what happened. Yep, face tattoo. Got to do it. Or legally change your name. But face tattoo is more fun, so, yeah.
Here's another example of something sounding better on paper than in execution. CBS News reports that the CEO of a tech company apologized for quoting civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. in an email that announced she was cutting 7% of its workforce. PagerDuty CEO Jennifer Tejada wrote in a 1,700-word email that the digital operations management company was making a few other changes, including promoting some executives and trimming spending. Tejada's email was also posted on the company's website. Toward the end of the announcement, Tejada said the moment reminded her of Martin Luther King Jr.'s quote that the ultimate measure of a leader is not where they stand in the moments of comfort and convenience, but where they stand in times of challenge and controversy. The missive drew strong criticism on social media, with observers calling the email tone-deaf and disgusting. The New York Times called it a new low bar for a layoff announcement. Tejada ended up amending the email with a short post on her company's website, saying that using King's quote was inappropriate and insensitive. You think?
Just maybe, this lady should have stopped at an even mill. Fox 32 Chicago reports a woman has been accused of stealing over $1.5 million of food, primarily chicken wings, while working as a consultant for a school district in Cook County, Illinois. 66-year-old Vera Liddell began working as the Director of Food Services for Harvey School District 152 in July 2020. Between July 2020 and February 2022, prosecutors said Liddell placed hundreds of unauthorized orders for food items, including 11,000 cases of chicken wings, through the school district's main supplier, Gordon Food Service. The orders were placed separately from the district's legitimate orders, prosecutors said. Believing the orders were genuine, Gordon Food Service billed the school, which then paid for the food items, according to court records. Liddell would then allegedly use one of the school district's cargo vans to pick up and transport the stolen food, but it was never brought to the school or provided to the students. A routine mid-year audit conducted by the district's business manager in January 2022 showed the food service department had exceeded its annual budget by over $300,000, despite only being halfway through the school year. Liddell was the only person responsible for placing food orders on behalf of the district. So, yeah, there you go. Liddell was charged with felony theft and continuing a financial crimes enterprise. Yep, she got greedy with the chicken wings. Now that I say that out loud, that sounds kind of sexual, but no, just she got greedy with the chicken wings.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.